Hello everybody. For this week's readings, I focused on chapters 10 and 11 of Super Forecasting and chapter 11 of Judgment in Managerial Decision Making. So a few ideas really stood out to me and connected both to my personal life and my work. So one major idea from Super Forecasting is the importance of learning from mistakes. You know, the author explained that good forecasters constantly go back and look at what they got right and what they got wrong. So they do even this when the outcome was positive, because sometimes the success comes from luck rather than a solid thought process. I found that helpful because it reminded me that reflection is part of improving, not something you only do when things go badly. So another big idea from the book is managing overconfidence. In the readings, they point out how easy it is people to feel certain about their judgments, even when the evidence is thin. So the best forecasters stay open-minded and adjust their beliefs when new information comes in. This is something I try to practice at work. When I'm helping solve technical issues or working on a project, I remind myself not to assume I already know the answer. So taking a moment to look again or check another angle has actually saved me a lot of time and mistakes. So from Bazerman and Moore, the idea that stood out most was how important it is to understand both sides in negotiation. The chapter explains how good decision making involves knowing what you want, what the other side needs, and what alternatives exist if an agreement does not work. So I see this in my job when different groups need support, or when decisions about equipment or resources are being made. It is not only about fixing a technical issue, it's also about listening, understanding concerns, and making sure the solutions work for everyone involved. So in my own life, these ideas show up more than I expected. I have caught myself jumping to conclusions or sticking with the belief just because it feels familiar. So the readings reminded me to slow down and check the facts instead of relying on quick assumptions. Even small things like planning or budgeting, become easier when I apply the same mindset of stepping back and reviewing the information before making a decision. Overall, these chapters taught me that better decisions come from being thoughtful, curious, and willing to correct yourself. Whether it is forecasting, negotiating, or just handling everyday choices, those habits make a big difference. So thank you all for listening on this one, and have a great Thanksgiving. Thank you.